Yo, what is up, bros? So I'm here to make the case for another general. And you bros, I mean, I guess you check the title, you already know who it is. Some of you are not gonna like this choice, but I am choosing out of the remaining 3 generals that need to be elevated to God tier. I am choosing the bro that is going to be most useful in the near future. And that bro is going to be a Kuznetsov. Now, I know a lot of you wanted me to God tier Auchinleck, and I will. He's just not needed right now. I've got a ton of tank generals, more than I can even put down and place in Conquest. I know he's good defensively. I've heard you guys talk. But we've got a Hawaii defensive event that's going to be coming up anytime now on Nightmare difficulty. I'm going to need all the best naval generals to get that done. I foresee that one being the hardest Nightmare difficulty event that they're going to put out. Now, right now, upcoming in 2 days, is a new one. We got the Maginot Line Nightmare difficulty. That should be a fun one as well. So with that, bros, let's go ahead and grab our new Soviet naval bro. I have heard quite a few of you talk pretty highly of Kuznetsov in the comments. I mean, obviously, as well as Auchinleck. Have not seen too much praise heaped on Halsey, so obviously he's going to be the last one. We'll pick up our naval bro, then Auchinleck, then Halsey. Anyways, without further ado, I have now become the proud owner of one Soviet naval general, Kuznetsov. Nice. Alright, bros, let's start the journey from a pleb Kuznetsov to God tier Kuznetsov. Let's go ahead and upgrade his rank real quick. Let's go ahead and give him his movement. Check out his base perks. He had Rumor, Fleet Leader, and Sailor. Bro was needing an upgrade. Alright, our first step to God Kuznetsov is going to be giving us one more star in naval ability. Let's hit it. The second upgrade gives us a 4-star in movement. Kind of lame, not gonna lie. But it's part of the journey, bros. It's part of the journey. Our final upgrade, which replaces 2 of his crap perks. We still keep Fleet Leader, but we gain Joint Offensive. After attacking, there is a 100% chance that a tracking mark will be added to the target, and other enemies within 1 grid of the target. Targets with tracking marks receive 20% more damage, and it lasts for 1 turn. And of course, we got Fleet Leader, we got Naval Assault, and the 6th and final star in naval ability. Let's hit it. Sweet. Bro went from pleb to God tier. What is this maxed out? Damage plus 40% when commanding ship units. After attacking, restore maximum HP by 5%. Bro is now a god. Problem is, now we've got to decide what perks. I mean, the obvious one is he's good enough that he's definitely going to be on elite unit, so let's give him Inferior Victory. And for the 5th and final perk, I mean, there really isn't another damage-oriented perk. We could go, like, support. We could go health-wise. Defense-wise. Anything over here? Counterattack. I'm almost thinking Wolfpack, because we are going to have him close to a lot of other bros, so we can use his main perk. What does the metal? Metal increases it by 50%. I wish the naval generals had better perks to choose from. Naval generals and air generals. I mean, there's better perks out there. We just can't purchase them. We've seen them on some of the generals. They're absolutely amazing. Well, I guess we'll go Wolfpack for now. Could be changed, you know. I'll have to decide. Throw on his new victory medal. And that gives us attack of friendly surrounding ship units plus 30. That's pretty substantial. That's a decent upgrade for our bros surrounding us. Alright, bros, so first up, we want to see how much damage our Japanese bro can do. Let's go ahead. Make sure his debuff is off. Okay, so let's look at his perks. Give us a quick reminder. He also has the Naval Assault perk. Early warning. Air Force Leader. Got Fleet Leader on him. And we got Inferior Victory. And I was thinking... Actually, let me save what I was thinking until we bring up Kuznetsov. Because it is... I'm thinking he's gonna be top damage, actually. Anyways, let's see what this bro can do. I got the Excellence Medal on him, obviously, so we can kind of get a good reading here. 240, 360. Crapper unit trying to land 500. 800, do a unit on land. Generally, alright. I think, let's do him one more time. I want to get more regular ships in. Alright, let's go ahead and make sure so we can keep the testing as even as possible. Give him a buff again. In the 360 range, 390 range on cruisers. Damn, he is strong. So, bros, let me show you what I was thinking. So, Yamaguchi has Naval Assault as well. Fleet Leader, Inferior Victory. All the same as what we put on our Russian bro. Obviously, it's Air Force Leader and Early Warning. So, non-damage perks from the capital ship. Kuznetsov. Listen to this. If you have events where it's a, you know, a large naval event like the Hawaii defensive event, this bro with the Excellence Medal is going to be able to also take advantage of the tracking mark, increasing damage by 20%. That is going to be a massive amount of damage he's going to be putting out. More than Yamaguchi. I mean, there's no arguing. They got the same perks, but with the Excellence Medal on him, he's getting an extra 20 damage. Plus, he can help his bros out a little bit. All right, let's test him. All right, bros, let's check out Kuznetsov. Obviously, let me zoom out. Let's go ahead and take off his debuff. Alright, so let's see. Let's go ahead and blast this cruiser. So our Japanese bro to cruisers was doing like 390, 360. There's a 370, but however now, with Excellence Medal, he can now take advantage of that extra 20% damage. 475. And to the general, let's see here, I wrote him down. Our Japanese bro did 240 and 260. The bro does have the tracking mark. 290. 312. 405. I think it's already settled, right? I mean, you can look at it on paper and no bro should do more damage because the damage perks are the same. And if he has the Excellence Medal on, he can take advantage of the tracking marks. And so now, what was on paper has just been proven for real life situations. Let's give him one more round. All right, let's hope the Excellence Medal triggers so that we can get some tracking mark attacks on that sub. So our Japanese bro did 430. 430 to the sub. 536? Damn! And now everybody around has that tracking mark. Hold on a sec, does it also do that to land units? It does. Land units get tracking marks as well. Yeah, I do notice that when our bro Yamaguchi hit that, it was 800. I do have that in my memory. 470 on that cruiser. It's almost 100 more damage, or it is on in one case. 100 more damage than Yamaguchi was doing. I had to start this over. I almost forgot I wanted to test one thing. The Richelieu's coordinated strike. Now, if it has our Kuznetsov on it, will it go ahead and place the tracking marks? The answer is no. It will not. But we did definitely need to test it. That would have been pretty damn overpowered. I mean, there'd be... If there was a big area of ships, every single ship after, you know, if the Richelieu had a bunch of ships around it as well, every ship would have a tracking mark on it. Even without that, though, Kuznetsov, absolute beast. The battle for the top naval general has come to a head. Yamaguchi versus Kuznetsov. So let's look at it this way. Let's even factor out the excellence medal. And that would help him go off with the joint offensive. Let's factor out all ribbons, all medals, and just look at the perks themselves. They would at least be doing the same amount of damage with Fleet Leader, Naval Assault, and Inferior Victory. However, where Yamaguchi has the Air Force Leader and in Early Warning, which I guess gives him a little bit of defense. The air we don't really ever use. Maybe once in a while he'll be around to throw on a carrier. Probably not, though. This bro, Kuznetsov, helps out his bros, giving them that 20% more damage to targets that are marked. And then we also have, I mean, if you decide to run Wolfpack, you might decide to run something defensive-wise or health-wise. Anyways, I think we gotta do it. Kuznetsov has now become my #1 naval general. Bro will be going on the Richelieu from here on out, and especially on naval-specific events and missions, putting the excellence medal on him and him just going absolutely nuts. Bros, if you're enjoying this content, you know what to do. Subscribe, hit the notification bell, make your next upload. Peace.